9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy 2000!
Well, hello, and welcome to the last video before the game actually comes out. Tomorrow, 16th of June for the Vanguard edition. Hope you are as excited as I am. And the easiest way to explain what this video is going to be about, what I actually mean, is by just diving straight into it. For example, SF or SOCOM. Almost every player I've seen in the press release treats them like a frontline heavy infantry unit, whereas in reality they're more of a smash and dash, sneaky beaky, very cheeky, round the back, pull your trousers down and back for tea and medals kinda unit. So yeah, they're the bad boys you want, not on the front line, rather on the rear lines. Now, I want today's video to be super quick, and it's not going to be as structured as usual, and we're going to be talking a lot more about the new divisions and units, as well as some of the old ones, but most importantly, how to get the most out of them. Now, to do that, we do have to think a little bit about Doctrine, a bit like the last video. Sorry for being a bit repetitive, but you got to appreciate that the design of the individual units is exactly related to the Doctrine. So how the designers built the tanks is basically based around the ideology and ideas of attack of the country. So the Soviet Union has had a long history of building for mass. They've always prioritized quantity over quality, whereas stereotypically America has tried to field only its most advanced and armored units. And by far the best example is the American tank, the M1A Abrams, which came out in 1980 at 70 tons, costing around 10.5 million a piece, versus the Soviet T-80, which was released basically at the same time, weighing 45 tons less and actually costing 4 million as well, so less than half of the Abrams. And again, that's just rooted in the design philosophy of both countries. However, recently we've seen many exceptions to the rule, especially in recent decades, with the US innovation falling a bit behind the curve, to be honest, and a high preference on updating older models as opposed to developing new ones, unlike Russia. And Russian units that are getting modernized now are the ones that we see as the dominant ones in game: the T-14, the Su-57, the Christ, what else? I'll put it up on the screen. Whereas American ones are actually just based off old models. Even the F-22 Raptor, which obviously super cool, amazing plane, very capable, but did you know that it was actually started in the 80s? That's when the project started. Interestingly, roughly at the same time as the Su-34, and both these planes have actually come out very recently, which, by the way, is the best looking plane of all time. Prove me wrong, I'll wait. But anyway, what's interesting is that these projects, which might have been started as far back as the 80s or earlier, have only very recently actually come into use. So, I mean, recently for military terms is talking over sort of, 10 years, because for the military, again, we've got 40, 50-year-old tanks still in service, especially in the Russian armed forces. Now, part of that problem that America struggles with is basically massive projects like the recent F-35 development, sucking all the funding out of, to be honest, a good but also kind of a mediocre product. I mean, it is subpar to the F-22 in pretty much every aspect, which again was developed in the 80s, not recently. I'm not going to go into the politics or the sort of history of the bureaucracy tells why American development is so slow. That could actually be quite an interesting video for another time, but what you can do is watch a quality film called The Pentagon Wars, which explains why the American Bradleys were what the development for them started in the 60s, and again it took about 40 years odd to actually enter service. God, anyway, I do have a bit of a habit of getting sidetracked because obviously I love military history so much.
Stay on target. We're too close. Stay on target.
Let's get on with the video. So, other new units that we did not see in the open betas, obviously it's a very long list, but I'm going to try and keep it short. B-52 class for absolute classic American carpet bombing.
All right, Sarah. Yeah. All right,
Step into it.
Bomb everything you see. F-16, the Warthog, A-10 class strafer, makes a beautiful noise. Russian side, you've got the Tunguska, which is a really good bit of SHORAD. AA, the T-72, which is arguably an obsolete tank, but hey, guess what? That means it's very cheap, so you can have a lot of them. Ranger's Little Bird, which is also really cool because it's basically a little air taxi. Typhoon K, which I just think is a really cool looking vehicle. And basically many others which we just can't spend all day listing. You'll see them in the game. The new 5 divisions will definitely spice things up, but basically what you have to do when playing these units is basically make sure that you have a game plan to start with. So you got to have your overall game plan, sort of like the, well, as we'd say in the British Army, the two ups intent. Then you've got the 1-ups intent, which is basically more your sort of middle strategy, and your intent, which is basically you on a local level microing your units. You gotta have to make sure that you balance all those levels of command very well, and make sure you keep cycling to the overall aim. You can't lose focus and get sucked in to specific scenarios. And this kind of goes back to the previous video where I was talking about not letting yourself get distracted by certain things and losing sight of the overall strategy. So here we are on Kaliningrad. By the way, very good tool, bayhub.net/maps. Really cool, recommend it, go check it out. But say we're here, right? You're holding Foxtrot, that's you, and all of a sudden you see those pesky Russian tanks do a massive push on you. So typically what players tend to do is hold to the last man with your infantry, hold it all out. Eventually they'll get cleaned up and they'll all die off. Whereas a much better thing to do would be just retreat, you know, get all units back to hotel here. Reorganize, reform, meantime you've got support and reinforcements coming. Hopefully your teammates will help you out. Then you basically make a bit more of a stand on a hotel. Hopefully again with all your reinforcements, with all your tanks coming in, and essentially wipe them out in turn. But if you're just going to be stubborn, lose all your units, defend it to the last man, then you're not going to have the ability to heal them up, fix them up, and bring them back into the fight. So definitely think about the greatest strategy overall. Now anyway, that tool I just used is very cool, and if you want more sort of tactics discussions, please do let me know. I can set that up in maybe some shorter sort of tutorials about taking positions, best tactics, whatever, how to play like a really cool Ali motherfucker. Anyway, please let me know down below if you enjoy this kind of stuff. Now honestly I think I've blabbed on for absolutely long enough, and if you're still listening at this point, close to the 10-minute mark, I actually really appreciate you listening. If it is interesting, do please let me know, but otherwise the last thing we've got to do is to announce our free giveaway of the Vanguard Edition winner. So the final number of entrants I had for this is 224. Damn, what a cool number, by the way. Yeah, thank you guys basically for subscribing, for supporting me, and thank you for entering the draw. So what we're going to do is basically a roulette, and the lucky person I'll message, please reply as soon as you can. I mean, the game's released tomorrow, and hopefully you will get that game for you. So who is going to win? So I thought the best way to do it would be to set this up, basically spin the wheel, and that'll give us the video that the comments I'll be looking at. So which video Okay, cool. The 1 week to go Doctrine video. So that's nice. Next we go on to the YouTube channel. This is actually the studio, which is what, you know, if you make YouTube videos, like I do professionally, obviously, this is what you get to see. So I've got 87 comments. So let's type that into a random number generator. We'll go random number generator, and we'll just use the Google one. This is one I'm a fan of, so 1 to 87, and yeah, good luck. Let's see. Okay, so lucky number 13, lucky for some, not for others. Let's go up to the channel list again, see, and count ourselves down from, ooh, naughty me, right, and count ourselves down from 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 to what is that? Pigeon B. Yeah, I guess Pigeon B, you are the winner. Congratulations to you. So Pigeon Man, please message me as soon as possible on Discord, and I'll get the Steam code to you as soon as I can. Now, don't worry guys, obviously I'll be verifying that this isn't a bot, and I'll get screenshots, etc, of the account, blah 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 blah. Obviously sorry that you missed out, for I am but a poor soldier, well, officer slash YouTuber, so, you know, but, you know, if this channel takes off, then, who knows, maybe we'll do another one, why not? And that neatly brings our video to an end. Thank you guys for watching the pre-release videos that I've been recording for you. And I mean, tomorrow's the big release. We've waited so long for this, so I'm excited to see you guys on the battlefield. And lastly, before I finish, a massive shout out to the absolute heroes already supporting me on Patreon. Obviously I'm not monetized yet, so I don't get any money for doing this in my free time, so if you can help out, that'd be mega appreciated. And cheers to the guys who already do. Much love. My link is down in the description below if you'd like to help out. You guys are absolute legends for watching. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thanks for taking part in the giveaway as well. Obviously I'm lucky that, well, 99% of you didn't win. But I really appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you on the field. Goodbye.